As long as the board's in here. So, before we get started, any questions that you want me to cover?
Oh, God. Just start over.
Just start? Okay. I thought it's the last time, or the other times I started from the defensive zone out. I thought I'd start with the fun part, which is scoring today. But some tips on scoring or generating offense in each zone. So, in the offensive zone, when we're entering the zone, remember we talked about the 1, 2, 3 principle? The player with the puck is player number 1, and you're trying to get as much speed and get it fairly deep and often wide with speed as possible. If you start looking for your play right over the blue line, oftentimes you have a defenseman trying to stand you up, you have what we call backside pressure right there, and the play often breaks up. So you're trying to enter the zone wide with speed. The next player to enter the zone without the puck is really trying to force their D-back. Maybe you're a pass option and your stick's on the ice and you're ready for a pass, but often you're just forcing their players back. And then the last forward into the zone would be coming into the high slot, and that forms a triangle, okay, and gives this puck carrier maybe a shot on goal or even skating it to the net, maybe a pass to this player, maybe a pass to this player. If none of that's open, you can maybe try to delay, and then there's a defenseman coming here. So the 1, 2, 3 attack principle, as often as you can. If you find yourself entering the zone through the middle of the ice, you still want to try and enter with speed, but oftentimes their defenseman will be here to stand you up. So the others, because you're not breaking through right there, you're going to get held up. The others should maybe be going with speed. So almost if you get the blue line and then slow down and look to either shoot on net for a rebound or pass it through to those players. The number one problem is when you don't really have any of those. You have one player going, one player kind of hoping to be open, another player kind of hoping to be open. And you have some width to your attack, but no depth. You're all kind of in a line, and it's easy for the defensive sticks to take away those plays when you really have nothing. Compared to driving wide with speed, driving to the net, and coming high. We say we have width to the attack because you're kind of spread out this way, but you have depth. You have somebody high as well. Okay? When the play, it's kind of rare that you get a shot off the rush. You'd like to, but it's kind of rare. Oftentimes the puck's banging around in the corners, etc. And we talked about that. The first player would be right on the puck, trying to knock it off their defenseman, preferably having taken that inside-out route that we talked about, so that the second player can cut off the half wall, or take these boards, hoping that this defender rims it. And very often, every time we did it, last time I was here, we got a turnover. And that third player is coming over here, so you're high, but there used to be sort of a theory that you would be way high in the slot, but then you're kind of ineffective. So if you slide over to what we call the strong side, which is the side the puck is on, then we have that triangle again, and we're kind of hemming them into that corner, and taking away their options. Then off of there, if this player gets the puck 9 out of 10 times, this defense is open, or you can walk through there a lot of the time.
Can you move closer?
Pardon me?
Yeah. Can you come a bit closer?
Sure.
That's good.
Yeah, good. So,
no, because the board, we want to be able to see the lines
yes,
on the board, right?
Definitely.
So that's
when we're trying to create a turnover, and then once we've got it, we still want to be in this triangle here. Okay?
That will
I'm
make a
going to keep
difference.
track tonight, and we should try to have. We often talk about how many shots on goal we get, but even more important is how many second shots we get, which are rebounds. You rarely score in the first shot. It's very often the second shot. So I think in a 45-minute game, to try to have 20 shots, that's one every 2 minutes, 20 first shots and 20 rebounds, if we got our 40 shots that way, more than likely you'd have 5 or 6 goals. We faced a hot goaltender a few times, but But it's often, you might have 30 shots, but if they were all first shots and then the rebound was cleared or we didn't get any rebounds, that's when oftentimes you get 30 shots and you only maybe score 1 goal. Because it's really those rebounds where the goalie's down and out of the play. So I'm going to keep track of that for you, the percentage of our shots tonight that are actually a rebound. In the neutral zone, so we're attacking down here still, and the puck is somewhere in the neutral zone, which is the space between the blue lines. We want to have our wingers in 3 lanes, but that has width and doesn't have a lot of depth again. So maybe if the puck is over on the one side, the strong side winger is a little bit closer. And maybe the one in the middle is just trying to get open somewhere. And then maybe this one is actually, if you're trying to really generate some offense, maybe trying to get up along the blue line somewhere, and that really gives these defense a lot of trouble, compared to if you're just kind of all waiting for that attack to happen and they have a lot of space to be able to see the puck come at them. Okay? If you picture the attack coming at the defense and they can see everything in front of them, whereas if we can get pucks in behind them, now they're chasing the puck instead of watching it come at them, and that's a very different perspective for the defense to have. So if you're rushing the puck and you don't have a play, in other words, you don't have a shot on goal, then you may want to try to get it in behind them. Goalies, all right. So they actually get turned around chasing that puck, and now they feel the pressure. So we're trying to get pucks in behind their D. In the defensive zone, still generating our offense, or trying to get on the attack, is if the puck is on the strong side, as much as possible, we want to try to get it over to the weak side. The weak side is this, whichever side the puck is not on, in our zone. So if you're carrying it up, but you're getting pressure, you're either going to try and go off the boards with it to the centerman, or a direct pass to the center, who then hopefully could get it out to the far side wing. Because when we can spread them out, or get the puck to the side that nobody's on, that's when you have a lot of time to make your play. So again, sometimes easier said than done, but the easiest time, and we worked on it a little bit last time, and you guys scored a goal off of it, was off the face-off. If you remember the lineup, we won the drawback and the D got it and rimmed it or direct pass, I can't remember, but this winger got over to her spot on the boards right away, and then we were out, and I think there was a chip, and then somebody came, one of you guys came, and then a nice drop pass and a shot. But it all started with getting the puck. They've got 5 players on this strong side, and so often we try to just jam the puck up the boards, but it's just a giveaway. So you've worked hard to win the draw or get the puck, and then pushing it forwards into the strong zone. Strong side ends up being a turnover, compared to getting it around, either skating it or rimming it. Okay? We talked about a little bit about picking up that rim, and it can be quite difficult if you're facing it and you kind of get your stick jammed in there. Oftentimes the puck hits you and squirts out into the slot. There's a couple of ways to take it. One is with your feet or butt against the boards and just stop it. I don't like that way, but some people are really good at it. But if you do stop it, then you're turning and facing down ice, trying to dig it out. Meanwhile, you're getting lots of pressure from the top here. So the way I really prefer that people play it is, as it comes, you actually curl down and get your stick over here and pick it up in motion. Getting that stick perpendicular to the path of the puck. So when you receive it on the blade, you've got it and you're gone. Now sometimes it takes a crummy bounce and it bounces over your stick and goes right to their D who's raced over here. But the thing about this way is you have motion. So then with 1 or 2 more strides, you're right on that player and it's no real harm done. Because that's the girl you're trying to check anyways. And if it does get by you, either on a rim or at any time, if your defenseman gets it that you're covering, the first thing you want to do is get into the lane there. What do we call that? the shooting lane. So get into the shooting lane first and then